Hi, welcome to Yarning at the Homestead. It's been a little while since I last did a video. I actually did do a video on my computer, but it took forever to upload, my whole Wi-Fi issue, so I never ended up posting it. So, hi, I am Tammy. I am Gracie's Goodies on Instagram, and I am TammyG on Ravelry. It is Monday, February 17th, and I decided today to vlog, podcast, whatever you want to call this, because of the February challenge prompt today, which was color. I want to talk about color a little bit. So I am wearing not a sweater I made. This is a sweater from Old Navy, which is actually my favorite sweater right now, because my favorite color is chartreuse, like a bright green, lime green chartreuse. This is not chartreuse. This is more of a highlighter yellow color, and it's really hot right now, so I'm hot in it right now. But I really love this color. I really love color. I'm not afraid of color. I actually had somebody one weekend at Rhinebeck. I haven't stayed over at Rhinebeck very often, maybe 3 times. But one of the times I did stay, on Saturday I was wearing a bright green coat. And then on Sunday, it happened to be a cold weekend that year, I was wearing a bright yellow coat. And this person that I know came up to me and said, "Do you ever not wear color?" And I said, "Yeah, I love gray. I wear tons of gray. I have lots of different shades of gray, variations of gray. And I wear black. I don't tend to wear a solid black outfit unless it's got some kind of pop of color, but I wear black. I don't tend to wear white. I have maybe 1 pair of white pants. I have some white button-down shirts and a couple of white summer tops. But I'm not afraid of color, and I like color, and I think color is fun. So I like bright colors. I like chartreuse, and I like fuchsia. I don't do pastel colors at all. I am very young looking as is. This year I will be 52. Yes, I will be 52 in August. And I know I don't look 52, and that's not me being vain or anything like that. I just know I don't look 52. And yes, I'll be 52 in August. And I already look young as it is. And if I wear pastel colors, they just add to that youthful coloring of me. I don't wear white also because I'm super pale, and it's just not a good color for me. And I don't look good in peachy tones. Anything in a peachy apricot shape doesn't look good on me. So I don't tend to wear those colors. But that's it. I mean, I don't dislike them. I just don't wear them personally for myself. There's not really a color I dislike. I like most colors, and I like different variations and shades of colors. Even it wasn't last Rhinebeck, it was the Rhinebeck before that. My friend Maureen and I searched through all of Rhinebeck for the correct diarrhea color green. Now, I personally would have called that more of an olive color, but Maureen insisted it was a diarrhea color green. And I even like that color, and I love mustard. Love the color mustard. So yeah, so I'm not afraid of color, just not afraid of color. And so I wanted to share that. So I was going to share some of my stash acquisitions since I've last talked to you, and a couple of them actually pops of color. So I don't think I shared these. So this is Thirsty Cat, and this is actually in her. I decided I wanted to do mohair. Everybody's doing mohair, and I don't think I'm going to do a mohair sweater. It would cost me a freaking arm on a leg because I'm a big girl. So yeah, I could buy this sweater, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. But to make a sweater with mohair in it, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. This is Buzz. So I got it in her mohair base, which is not actually mohair. I believe it's an alpaca base. It is, oh, that's not the right tag. It is her alpaca poof, which is Surrey alpaca, 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 26% silk. And then I got it in her, I think this is BFL base. And I'm going to make a cowl. I'm going to make a cowl with that. So although I recently saw a cowl that Gigi was making, and it's got separate colors in it, and I'm wondering if maybe I want to do that. So her BFL base, yeah, it was BFL superwash, BFL 75%, 25% nylon, BFL sock. So that was that one. I think I might have shown these, but I just wanted to show you color. There's my color. So, and then to show a different side of my color, I happened to see Fuse Fiber, and I've been to her studio here in Connecticut once. And after I bought this yarn, obviously, she announced she was closing shop. And which I was really sad about, because she does have open houses and I'd wanted to go again, but I missed her last one. But I didn't know she was closing out. This was leftover from Vogue Knitting Live, and I just loved this red. It's called Date Night. That is the perfect like lipstick shade. It's called Date Night, and this is 72% kid mohair and 28% silk, and I got 4 of them. And so I think if I could get, I think I could do a sweater with these. There's enough here because it's 459 yards. So my big old body, I think that would be enough for my big old body, because it usually costs 1,300 to 1,400 skein, 1,300 to 1,400 yards, I believe. So I think this would be enough for me to do a sweater. And since everybody's doing that new one, I don't know if I want to do that new one. Remember Brain? I'll have to put it, you know, the one with the, I don't even think it's cabling. I think it's something else. Everybody's doing it, but I don't tend to do what everybody's doing. So I have to find, I don't have, because you have to hold it with another yarn, and I don't have that yarn yet. So I'd have to wait and see what yarn I would pick up to go with this. And I think this is kind of more of a Christmassy, that type of color. Look at that, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. So I got 4 of these. I have some yarn coming in tomorrow too from Desert Vista Dye Works, which I'm also happy about. And I also just recently ordered some lollipop yarn in one of her St. Patrick's Day colorways. Yeah. And then I did get this one. I'm pretty sure I showed this. And then I did get this one. This is a, oh, I don't have the ball band in here. It's not Madeline Tosh. It is, excuse my face. It's not Shibu. There it is. It is Hedgehog Kid Silk. Get that. Such a perfect. And I did start the scarf on it. So it's not very far, but I did start a scarf on it. That'll be a perfect fall accessory. So I guess that's about it. I just kind of wanted to touch base, say hi. I haven't really talked to anybody, seen anybody. What I'm doing, I really have not been doing a ton of knitting. I was in a bad place for a while. I was looking, we got a new kitty on Friday. So I can hear her crying. She's actually upstairs, which is kind of cool. She's been hiding downstairs for the past 2 days. She'll come up like around 6:30 at night. And then she's up all night. But I can hear her. She's up, which is cool. But anyway, I have been in a bad place. I am presently going through menopause. And I'm still in perimenopause, which sucks because if it wasn't for 2 days in October, I would have made menopause this year. Anyway, so sometimes when you're in menopause, because your hormones are all in flux, it can cause suicidal tendencies. And there's a high rate of suicide between women of 46 and 56. And when I first started going into menopause, it was probably 6 months into it after I'd been diagnosed, maybe not even that long. I started having thoughts. And so I talked to my doctor and she put me on some hormones. And since then, it's been great. But this month, I forgot to take the hormones. I only take them for a certain period of time in the month. And I forgot to take them. And so I was in a bad place. And there's some other stuff going on too. Plus with my illness, my PSA, psoriatic arthritis, you know, that could cause depression and too. So I'm much better right now. I'm much better. and I'm doing good, but I didn't do a lot of knitting, and I really wanted to get, excuse me, I pushed back. I wanted to get my socks done for Valentine's Day, which I did not get done. Oh my goodness. There's the phone ringing. Nobody's gonna be on the other end of it. So I'm not answering it. Yeah, we have an old phone. Can you see it back there? It's a rotary phone. Oh, there goes my husband walking by. He's picking it up and he's hanging it up. And here is my sock. He made me a cup of tea. Look at that. Thank you. Right there. Thank you. So I did not get them made. I don't do 2 at a time with the long needles, but I do 2 at a time with 2 9-inch needles. So they're actually almost done. However, I did a Fishnet's Kiss heel, which means that it's going to take me longer to do the foot, because I'm used to doing having it come down because you're doing the decreases, and then when you, by the time you're done with the decreases on the heel, there's not much left of the foot to do before you get to the toe. But I've got quite a bit left to go, so I hope to have them done by Valentine's Day. But like I said, I had a couple bad days, and so I didn't really do much. Did a lot of watching TV. That was about it. Still, I got to catch up on some podcasts and stuff. I did read a book. I finished reading, I've been reading a children's book. It's called Winterling. And I've been reading it in class during our silent reading time. And on Thursday, when we finished silent reading time, I really wanted to finish it. So I brought it home and I finished it over the weekend. And so I have a new one that I just started called I'm Down, which is a young A book, which somebody recommended to me. One of my teacher friends read it with a book club. It's a very interesting concept. After I have gotten into it a little bit more, I'll talk to you about it. And then I decided I really liked the Bone Collector movie, and I started watching the TV series, but I never read the book, so got that out of the library. So I'm going to read the first Bone Collector. It's a huge book. So I think I'm going to spend some time doing some reading and then crafting as it comes. But I just don't know how much crafting I'm going to get done. I do have a lot of socks that I want to finish. I actually have a, let's see if I can pull it. Is it in here? I don't think it's in here. Yeah, it's in here. I do have actually a St. Patrick's Day sock that I have to pull apart because it is way too big for me. So I'm going to pull that apart and restart it. And maybe that will make me happy. Some bright green colors like that. Sparkly colors too, because of course you have to have St. Patrick's Day sparkly socks because, you know, the gold. The leprechaun's gold. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye now. It's only, I know it's a short video, 13 minutes, but it'll take a long time. I'm going to try and upload it tonight. I don't know if it'll happen, but I'm going to try and upload it tonight. I have to do some lesson planning, and I think that's it. So I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.